Guys, as you can see, I'm not in the studio, but this news from Ram is so big, I wanted to get it straight to you, even from the road, and tell you exactly how it compares against competition. Of course, I'm talking about the brand new announcement that the Ram electric truck is coming. So in this video, I'm gonna give you as much information as we currently have from Ram officially, and also show you and tell you how it compares against some of the competition, because Ram has actually been kind of quiet about electric trucks until right now. So let's get to it. So basically, they've made a global announcement for the entire Stellantis company, which includes up to 14 brands when you consider, of course, Chrysler, Dodge, Alfa Romeo, DS, and others, Peugeot included, around the world. But I want to focus this on Ram specifically for trucks. Of course, because that's very important, because everybody, it seems, including Ford, General Motors, Toyota, and others, some new companies too, of course Tesla and Rivian, have an electric strategy for pickup trucks, and now we get a glimpse into this for future of Ram.
Absolutely nothing beats cruising around in a 700 horsepower supercharged truck with the windows down, feeling the wind in your hair. But here's something a little startling. 2 out of 3 guys are going to experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're only 35 years old. And did you know that the best way to treat that is to get ahead of it while you still have some hair left? You used to have to go to a doctor to get a prescription, but now, thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication sent straight to your home. Keeps offers the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there to save your hair, and one you've never seen for this price. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/TFL truck or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. That's keeps.com/TFL truck. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save.
Basically, what Ram is saying is that they're gonna have an electric pickup truck in the time frame of around 2024. So around 2.5 years away from now, maybe 3 years away, Ram is going to deliver a truck that they're saying will redefine the full-size segment. And they're saying it's going to be done by 2024. And this is part of their STLA architecture. And let's dig in to see exactly what this architecture presents and also how it compares against the F-150 Lightning, of course the Rivian, the GMC Hummer, and others. So it's not a revolutionary concept looking at this chassis and frame that Ram is showing here right now. It basically appears to be a ladder frame with a battery mounted squarely in the middle of it. And then it has independent suspension, or what appears to be independent suspension on all 4 corners, and maybe even motors front and rear. And Ram did not provide a lot of specifics about power, towing, payload, etc., but they did say and give a few hints about the battery size. They're saying that this STLA frame architecture could support up to about 200 plus kilowatt hours of battery capacity. And they're saying that they have several battery technologies in the works, including a nickel cobalt free architecture and also high energy density battery architectures. And also by 2026, they're also hoping to introduce solid state batteries, and with a range on this truck of up to 500 miles. That's what they're saying right now. Will it redefine the segment in 2024? When this month, in July of 2021, Rivian R1T truck is supposed to go on sale just now. At the end of this year, GMC Hummer will provide, of course, their electric truck with up to about 350 miles of range and 1,000 horsepower, and a lot of other crazy technologies like air suspension and 4-wheel steering. Then next year in 2022, the F-150 Lightning is supposed to show up. Also within this time frame, the Tesla Cybertruck is supposed to be here, although we still haven't seen a production version of the Cybertruck quite yet. And then of course GM, also Chevrolet, has given some hints about an electric Silverado that is coming. We don't know exactly when the Silverado EV will be here. And of course Toyota is jumping in here as well and saying, hey, within 2 years from now, we're going to have an electric BEV, battery electric truck on the market as well. So yeah, there's a lot of big companies playing in this space, but it appears that Ram is taking kind of a little bit more calculated, maybe cautious approach. They're not saying anything like, by 2030 we're going to have every vehicle being electrified and we're not going to stop selling gas-powered and diesel-powered vehicles. They're not saying this. They're saying they will offer electric trucks and also electric e-vans and commercial vehicles, but it's going to be a percentage of their total sales volume. So they're not going out and saying, we're going to focus completely on electric strategy and nothing else. They're saying it's going to be a combination of different power options. I think that's good, but I'm just a little bit worried that 2024 is a long ways away and a lot of competitors are here. And even some smaller companies like Bollinger and Atlas are in the space as well, trying to win the market here with an electric pickup truck. But for Ram, let's take another closer look. So the suspension looks interesting. They haven't confirmed this, but it appears they might be using some sort of an active shock, or at least a shock with a remote reservoir. I can see from this front suspension setup. It might be a Bilstein, because they do have Bilstein very sophisticated suspension on their current Ram TRX. So they might be using that same suspension technology on this electric pickup truck, which would be very cool and of course could redefine the segment. If that's what they're saying, it will redefine it. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what they mean by it, whether it will be power, maybe towing or payload capabilities, maybe comfort or luxury. But I'm just hoping that if they do create this electric truck, that it's also going to be affordable, because Ford is targeting this really low price in the low $40,000 range. And of course, Tesla is right there also in about $39,900 or $40,000 range on their beginning trucks, base truck models. So I hope that Ram also has that into consideration and will offer anything from the affordable models all the way to very luxurious, very powerful models. So of course there's a lot of excitement here because of this. And they also, by the way, announced several other vehicles and also many other STLA or STLA perhaps architecture, from anything from a small crossover to a medium to a large crossover or SUV with various range capabilities. They also announced, of course, the Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe, so plug-in electric Jeep. So they're thinking not just Ram trucks, but like I said, across the board. They have up to 14 brands within the Stellantis umbrella. So they're focusing on all of those. And they all will have different battery sizes, different architectures. Not all of them, of course, will be riding on the frame. The STLA frame architecture is reserved for trucks. They also dropped a little hint that wasn't super clear, but they said also a mid-size truck is coming. So does that mean it's going to be electric? Does it mean it's going to be a Ram Dakota? They didn't quite clarify that, but they did drop that hint that a mid-size truck is also coming. And another thing that Ram has talked about here a little bit is also, of course, having this battery and electric motors and also inverters. So actually being able to deliver power based on this electric vehicle, very similar to what's currently available with the F-150 hybrid. They didn't specify exactly what that means, how much power can be exported using this inverter system or this combination of motor, of course, generator to get regenerative braking going as well and capturing some energy, and also inverter to send power, to power your tools or your campsite or anything else that you want to provide electricity to. So not all details are known, but they're saying by about 2030, about 40% of their total fleet here in the US will be electrified. So yeah, like I said, a little bit of conservative look at the electrification strategy. And of course, their electric strategy also includes electric muscle cars. Of course, that's coming because Ford and of course Tesla and others have really high performance passenger cars that are electric. So it totally makes sense that Dodge and Stellantis here will be going down that road as well. So lots of really exciting news. I'm a little bit worried that Ram is a little bit behind on their schedule compared to some of the competitors. But if they can nail, of course, the range, the 500 miles that they're promising here for maximum range, if they can nail price and be affordable, and of course have a lot of other technology and capability in their truck, then I think they can do really well and serve their customers as they're saying right here. And of course, go back to tfltruck.com. We have all this information there presented for you. And stay tuned for all the latest news, views, and real world, independent and honest reviews.